This is as a central site computer facility for SCADA system. So if you want to install a central computer facility, the important one is that you have to follow the recommended installation practice, agronomic requirement, design of the computer display, and alarming and reporting the system. So that they are there, we have to follow the appropriate environmental consideration as well as uh, operating temperature as well. So here is a recommended range of the environmental condition, industrial standard, and the operating temperature. Also, we also need to keep the appropriate relative humidity for the computer system. We also need to provide the appropriate earthing and shielding system. Also, we have to follow the appropriate cabling standard. Power connection also have to be done. So here will be there's a fuses generator system, and this is a bus bar, and then we connected to the step-down transformer and connected to the computer equipment. So this is a combination of the isolation transformer system. We also had to put the appropriate in there so that we have to size the appropriate transformer size. Transformer need to transformer is too small. It will create the peak of the sine wave due to the saturation resulting in lower IMS value of voltage. The power supply could sense this as a low voltage and shut down. The transformer may also overheat and burn out. Excessively large transformer do not provide as much isolation as the currently sized transformer due to the higher capacity coupling. So those are important aspects of the transformer. So we also have to provide the suppressions AC network for the AC to reduce the interference. Also, we also provide this kind of the system. When you are switching on, switching off, it can happen the electrical surge. This electrical surge need to be suppressed by using the suppressing the AC network. We also need to consider the agronomic requirement, how to monitor the system, control adjustment, align emergency procedure, and stay awake. So this is the typical control layout for the computer system. This is for operator station, control station, also arranged here. So this is for this is the flow. We connected to the printer and also closed circuit TV. So this is entry. So this is for the typical control room layout. So that we also need to find out the appropriate lighting system. Lighting system, we also need to provide the appropriate sound. Also, we need to provide the appropriate ventilation. So to have to keep that about 60% of the humidity is important aspect. Color offset equipment need to be put. Also, the computer display design. This is for the display design. Agronomic presentation important for the computer display design. We also have to provide the appropriate industrial keyboard layout and system monitor system, chip system also need to provide. Operator display graphic need to be provided. Here will be the tertiary display, secondary display, primary display, function key selection, and also this is operator display system. We need to provide the free form of the graphic scheme, operating group display, alarm display also important. We have to concern about the design of the screen. So in this case, we have to reduce the complexity of the screen. Also, we have to try and keep the all display associated with the given function in the minimum. Signal to noise ratio need to be concerned about. Also, the color symbol need to be concerned about. Here will be the appropriate SCADA system, their symbol. This is the representation how the which symbol represent which one equipment. We also have to find about. Also, the alarming and reporting are also important aspect. Here will be the alarms are organized. When the alarm happen, it can happen the buzzer sound and silent key, alarm breakout, alarm window, alarm the historical file. Also, we also need to provide the appropriate color change, schematic graphs. They are also important for the alarming system. So that we have to say about the high priority alarm, medium priority, low priority, the events only the alarm has to be provided. So this will be the type of the alarm symptom and the remedy. So what kind of the alarm happen? So what function has to be, what are their symptoms and how to remedy, those are important for you have to, this is this table we talk about the kind of the alarm, their symptom and what kind of the action need to be performed. So that we also have to provide the type of alarm tag, description of tag, reason for alarm, relationship to related alarm, description of the logic in the generation of the alarm, possible cause of the alarm, and the actions that to take the remedy the alarm situation. So that will be the high appropriate color coding important aspect we also provided. The next one is the troubleshooting and the maintenance. When you want to do the troubleshoot, in this case, we have to know about the RTUs and component module, associated equipment, radio transceiver, antenna, feeder system, master station, central site computer facility, and major aspect of the all will be considered at the end of the decision. So there will be the computers are arrangement, central site, and a master station system. Power supply connected to the computer and also to the SCADALesson connected to bridge, and then we do this radio transmitter. Here will be the power supply and RTU the state address to appropriate the operation data station RTU select. So we drive with the IS232 connection, also the PSC rack and a radio transmitter. Also we also provide the RTU select address. Another RTU select address, we do the arrangement of the control system. So the RTU and the component modules are also important. We have to follow the when they review the operation of telemetry system. We have to confirm that the power supply module heavy power supply not operating. We have to check that there is a power to power supply module or not. Check the CPU unit. Check the other connection. CPU module will not run, and the cyclic power to RTU and replace the CPU and retry the test. Check that the modern module is operating and the model is not operational, replace the modern module. Is the modern module not operating correctly? We have to perform and look at remote hotspot check that each analog and digital input output module, check the possible hidden problem. Those things have to be checked. We also need to check the analog input module. We have to check the and any current or voltage are injected into the system or the any fuse installed. We also check the scale and the span, compare with the appropriate resistor table and adjust the scale span. We also need to check the digital input module, and these are current or voltage or not, and the fuse or the and we check the any fuse and each input, check the adding connection. We also check the interface from the RTU to PSC. We have to check for the transmitter receiver, check the interface data communication link, check the radio unit, also check the light or the check the all counter connector, check the all the transmit power system, check that the user receiver light, check the VSWR ratio, check the RS output power, check the antenna, check the radio. Also, we also check the privately owned gateway system. We have to check for the end-to-end connectivity, measure the noise level online, check for the crossplay, check the ambient ideal condition, and check for adding. The switch telephone line, we also need to check the listen to the title. This is for the how to check the switch telephone line. We also check the all the master site. This is the checking procedure for the master site. Also, this is for the central site checking system. We also need to check the operator station and the software as well. So operator terminal log up or this is for the symptom. So this is operator terminal log up for intermittently. So you have to check the node. And through output of the operator station associated state drop off dramatically. So you have to check the node. And also we have to do this maintenance tasks. We have to produce a complete and throughout the inventory system to do this maintenance tasks is also important. We have to define the goal of the system equipment, also the system ability. Also we have to check that this is the daisies group things are maintenance, and this is the weekly maintenance system. This is the monthly maintenance system. This is for the annual maintenance system. Those are the maintenance procedure we have to follow the PSC and SCADA system. So maintenance of the unit system is also important. This has we have to follow the procedure for the maintenance of the unit system as well. So the specification of the system also important. Here is a chapter 9 is you have to read about the specification of system. So this is for the appropriate standards for the equipment, also performance criteria. This is a testing system, and also this is a testing documentation. What kind of documentation have to do and future trend in the technology and a software-based instrumentation system. So this is the front panel system. This is a block diagram of the computer software. So this is the next one is the future trend in the SCADA system as well. So under this we are talking about the operating principle of this SCADA system. So SCADA system. So how the SCADA system array, how the industrial SCADA system operating. Those things are you have to I talk about this as a unit. So regarding there's most detailed information. Okay, this is for the SCADA system. We also have to know about the SCADA system. So those are the those SCADA know. You have to know about the most are. Now I talk about this practical SCADA for the industry. My lesson. Here is the SCADA system application guide for the alarm ready SCADA system. So this is for the SCADA system application guide for the alarm ready SCADA. This reference you can know about the you have to read about the application guide for the alarm ready SCADA system. Who are alarm ready nodes, you have to also know read about the more information, and also the SCADA system library. This is a C-test SCADA system. Upgrade for the C-test SCADA system. This C-test SCADA system upgrade guide. And practical SCADA supervisory control data acquisition. So this is the SCADA data supervisory control and the data acquisition. So this is the principle of the SCADA. How the SCADA system working, what kind of the equipments are, how the practical application. So those are the SCADA nodes. This is for the supervisory control data acquisition system. This node, you also know you have to read this node. This one includes why the SCADA, real-time system, remote control system, communication, also the remote terminal, master terminal, unit sensor, actuator, application, operator interface, SCADA economics. So this is for the touch case system, graphic friendly. So this is for the SCADA unit. So this is SCADA skin. SCADA says we have to put this appropriate design of the injection station. So this is for the, all the equipment, all the symbol you also see all on the this skin. So this skin, this is the typical graphics skin. So you have to clear the skin and the skin will be make the control. So this is the appropriate control skins that you can see on the SCADA skin. This is SCADA reaction. So this is for the SCADA. Also, we also have to move about the alarm, how the alarm happen, what background the symbol is coming out. This is also usually at the big one. This one is a PLC node. So this week the SCADA project example. SCADA project 1. So this is the SCADA project 1's information. The nodes are given. So this is C-test SCADA system. This is for the table of the C-test SCADA system. You can see the how the C-test SCADA, how to do the thing, how to write the program. So this is for a programming language about the C-test SCADA system. Yes, component of the serious SCADA system, you can also see. Also, this is input outputs are instruction. So this is the data bit, how the data bit will be going down. Also, this for the address system and also pin system, pin connection, and equipment are connection. Like also, this is for the typical PLC diagram, PLC layout, programming logic, and how to make the drawing the diagram, how to do the relay data logic, and also this is the operation system of the PLC component. All the PLC component, programming writing. Also, this is for the you also see there's a question and answer as well. Question and answer about this all the data, how the data when the SCADA operating, how the way one will be moving out. So those things you will also see that this code. This is for the SCADA PLC project and SCADA PLC project 2. You can also see that this code. So this is the conveyor system, how they write down the conveyor system. So this conveyor system diagram, PLC input output here. Also, this is the appropriate lesson notes. How to design and know how to make the thing. So also the wire different data logic diagram for the PLC. You can also see all. This is the logic diagram, also operating some program. So this is the connection of the PLC software, PLC, and also components are connection wiring. So this is connection of the connection diagram. Connection diagram also input output module system. So this is input output module system. So this is the arrangement of input output module. Also, you can also see there's a appropriate notes for the PLC. And it's just SCADA PLC project 3. This will also you can see the detailed arrangement of the relay data diagram. So this is the I show you that how the relay data diagram can be presented. So the all relay data diagram logic you can also see about. Okay, SCADA PLC project 4. So this SCADA PLC project 4. All the component, all the data logic, control diagram also given. SCADA PLC project 5. So this is the project 5. Project function. Also you can see there's a solution and then also waveform. Those things are you can detailedly read as a SCADA PLC project. So that also you also see the PLC nodes, hardware nodes you can also see about. And PLC's SCADA projects are example. This is project example. So this is a project example. How to write down the system, how to write down the program. So this is example project. You can also read this one. Also the project example 2, project example 3 also read about. Now here is a SCADA. this will the CBS SCADA flow. So this is how to do the project editor. So this is the application instruction of the CBS SCADA system. CBS SCADA system, how to do the project editor, how to put down, how to write down the thing, how to set up the equipment. You can also see communication system, input output devices, also the testing and communication, also the design specification. So this is serious SCADA book. This book includes process control computer system arrangement. Also the equipment of the serious SCADA. The component of the serious SCADA system you can also see know it. Or the training manual. So this is for the communication hardware requirement of the serious SCADA system. And the next one will be the how to start the project, the starting of your project, and there will be communication with the PLC, the instruction, communication with the input output devices. So this is testing and communication procedure, and this is design specification, then drawing the basic object, how to draw the thing. In this case, this is the component. This is a menu. One you use a menu bar and you toolbar, and then we can draw the component. And this one also the pacing from the library. You can also utilize the library, and then you can paste from the library equipment. So this then you can do the design diagram. You can use a graphic, and you can draw those components. Also we also use this mesh down. So this is getter. This is kind of the graph. Those graphs you have to utilize from the table. So that we use those equipment, and then we use this program and appropriate symbol, and we use a library, and then we can design the industrial control system. Then this control system equipment operation, we interface with the PLC. Then the appropriate program is utilized. So this program is a CDS SCADA system. This is for the CDS SCADA system operation function, and this is manual. You can see that this manual book. Also, this is for the process controls equipment setup. So this is the real component equipment setting up. So this is the input output module, the physical diagram of input output module, project modules and also the appropriate data. That's why this is SCADA. Also the input output digital input output modules you also see in this here, and also the control system. Also the controller system, and this is the equipment of all the input output module system. Those equipments are also data connection, data communication, and this is the wiring. The kind of the circuits are the PLC and SCADA board. So those are the input output units. So this is for the appropriate digital output, and we operate this equipment. This is the input output system. And also this is the controller, control and the operating project. So those are the equipments set up here. Control equipments are set up. Those are physical diagram, and physical equipment. You can see the SCADA and the PLC and SCADA. So those equipments are the hardware. Hardwares are connected to the being utilized in the PLC and SCADA predicates. Therefore, I will summarize what I taught you today. So that this is a note all the nodes are, you can see all the this node. This node is a programming logic controller. I give you the PLC lecture, and this is a PLC textbook. So PLC is we use a programming logic controller training course, and we provide like 2 lectures. Also, those are the other reference book. And SCADA also that there will be that this reference book here. This reference books I will give you the 3 lessons, and those are other reference books. Also that you also see that go down here. This is for the appropriate software you get from the do software, and also here is a video, basic PLC, basic PLC, and also PLC programming. Those video you have to view how to set up the PLC, how to do the share register, how to do the instruction, and also you also see that this is the notes for the SCADA notes, and also you have to view the data acquisition tutorial. So this is the example. So I show you how the data is data acquisition tutorial. These are 3 ways examples system. We use the SCADA system in industrial process. This is how to create how to create the text. Also, we put the test description, unit description, and to provide how to provide the test and the unit description. Also, the equipment driver selection. There's an equipment driver. Input output unit, and also the variable address. How to set the variable address. Also, the equipment address. How to set the equipment address. So from the database, we can set the equipment address. And also the sample formula. Also the limit for the simple alarm. Simple alarm limit. And also the group naming. All the machine group we have to name. Replacing the group, we have to copy and then replacing the group. Machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, we can set up like this. And also equipment address, where the equipments are located, we have to set up the equipment address. And also communication, creating database. Testing communication, creating database, and also we have to draw the background. After you set up, you have to draw the appropriate equipment on the screen. This is how to set the new object. Appropriate color, you have to set up. And also the button for the robot. Setting the creator button. And also customize robot. How to set the customize robot. Also column P. Setting up the column P. Bar. Go with the graph. And also how to edit the text. That's everything. So this is another report. How to do the report. Temperature sampling system. This is a temperature system. How we set up the temperature sampling. This is a cruise sampling system. So that also that we have to put a panel page. After you draw it, you have to save, and then you have to create the panel page. How to create another equipment. Also we set the appropriate color, and also we set as a appropriate pattern. So we can set up the similar thing. Just we enter for one machine, and we can copy. So this is how to do the copying. Also that we set up the drawing the background color. Set up the appropriate background color for your screen. It's a creating object for the panel page. Then also create for the other object. This how to create the object of the color. So we have to measure the voltage. Machine and voltage, also window, also voltage, temperature, level setting. Also we have to put the bar. Also you can also import. You can import from the library. So this is how to import from the library. Also the background, control background system. Different kind of the bar. We enter in the bar and the bar. Also the object bar we put it. So this is for the bun bar. We are supplying the water to the tank, so that we also put the water tank. So the bun is operated by the motor. So this is why that we are using the motor. Motor we need the voltage, temperature, level. Because of that we are spreading the water. So water level, also the motor temperature, motor voltage, those things are requirements. Those requirements are we set out the parameter and then we set the equipment. Then machines are we operating. Machine operating, we can see the temperature, voltage, and also water level. Also, then we see the report. Regarding the operation, you can see the report. Also, this is for the report. Object, we also see that this one, application close. We set up to the full screen setting for the screen of which we also need to test. Testing so that then you can see the machines are running and then we fill the water. Now one you can see on the diagram operating, you can see this is a testing method. And then in the video report you can also see every the machine report, you can see it. Okay, we also set that how to insert the test ID. Setting the test ID. Now we set it as our machine test ID. Start and finish as a test by the ID. Also we now setting the timer, start and finish. And we also copy in the group property, duplicating the group of properties. This is how to put a duration tag. This is adding the script to start and finish the test by ID. And you need to indicate the execution text. This is start and finish. Also how to create the report by test ID. This is part and part. This is for that we are setting a certain time duration, rolling temperature level. We are entering the data state. Then we are creating a generate. Now this is a testing system. Three machines is not testing. Okay, this is for the SCADA system. So how do now I'm talking about the today lesson we talking about the SCADA. So the SCADA systems are we refer to this book, practical SCADA for the industry. So firstly we talking about the background SCADA system, hardware, firmware, also the SCADA system software and protocol. Also we talk about the landline. I talk about the local area network. Alright, we talk about the modem, central site computer facility, troubleshooting, maintenance, specification of system. This is for the theory notes. And then together with the theory note, I also give you the lesson. Lesson notes are what kind of the lesson notes for the SCADA equipment. Also that we give this this is for the this side. So two lessons are here. The reference side is this one. Retrograde 2022. Then we talk about the PLC. This is programmable logic controller lecture and PLC textbook. Also SCADA system. So this is the textbook here. And then we talk about the 3 lessons. So you also read about the other textbook. And here is all the equipment, all the operation of video. So then you have to read. Also I talk about the CTES SCADA system. Also the PLC SCADA project example. Also PLC hardware and SCADA hardware process control equipment setup. So those things are theory notes as well as the equipment and reference textbook. And also the next one is I show you the practice how to draw the SCADA equipment on the screen, how to set the parameter, how to test. So those things are the lessons.